Tropes. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Thing is, there's no such thing as reinventing the wheel. I mean, what's the point in trying to fix something that ain't broke? Simple. Nothing. A trope is a word used to reference a specific pattern in a character or event's development, character archetype, or overall narrative within a work of literature, media, and so forth. My words, not the dictionaries. It's an identifiable pattern of any place, thing, person, event, and so on that often interrelates to other tropes and helps the audience understand what's going on in a context of what they're consuming. Many writers at some point or another become afraid of tropes, I feel like, and many consumers of media have grown to feel very wary of tropes as well. I feel like nowadays tropes tend to have a little bit of a bad name, almost like a little bit of a reputation, but we must remember that as much as tropes can potentially become problems, they can also become effective tools of communication between the gist of the story and the audience. That said, when we think of tropes favorably, we likely recall tropes that we think to be our favorites. More likely than not, the tropes we consider to be our favorites are often included in the pieces of work that we like. And so today I want to talk about one, and for now, only one of my many favorite tropes in the battle shonen genre, because I've been watching a lot of battle shonen lately, and I just finished reading all of Demon Slayer, which is fucking great. So we're gonna talk about one of my favorite tropes in the battle shonen genre. In the world of My Hero Academia, and I swear this relates, in the world of My Hero Academia, most everyone is born with a special ability or set of abilities called quirks. Your quirk can be most anything, from something as simple as wielding fire or ice to something as deadly as the ability to cause total mass destruction without so much so as having to spare a glance at someone or something. And yet, our protagonist is a young, then 14-year-old boy who has been born without a quirk. In a world where everyone is extraordinary, being an ordinary person is more of a burden than a blessing. For Izuku Midoriya, this has certainly been the case. He gets bullied by his fellow classmates in junior high for being quirkless, and his suffering from the incessant teasing goes seen, but otherwise ignored even by his own teacher. I mean, even the boy who Midoriya often regards as a friend served as the biggest bully in his youth, going as far as to regularly use intimidation tactics to harass Midoriya. Nothing good came from being a powerless kid in a powerful society. And yet, there was nothing this kid wanted more in the whole world than to be a hero. Somehow, he dreamed to do these miraculous things that the heroes on TV got to do all the time. He wanted to be the person that people looked to for help instead of the person people shunned. He wanted to be a hero like his idol, All Might. He wanted to be a true hero. The true hero trope sums up the overall plot of not only My Hero Academia, but pretty much almost any battle shonen you can think of, including Demon Slayer. The point of the true hero trope is to follow along the hero's journey as they decide what makes a hero and what makes a true hero, a real hero. The thing that makes this trope so popular, I believe, has to do with its rather interpretive nature. When we think of a hero, we might think of different things, and depending on those things, one could argue that all of those answers are right answers, so long as they are sound. For example, it's totally right and totally fair to say that the oh-so classic Superman is a hero. Obviously, you're not necessarily wrong. And if you were to say that nurses are heroes, or that moms are heroes, or that firefighters are heroes, you wouldn't be necessarily wrong either. What people determine to be heroic can vary. but one thing that often stays the same is the matter of the hero being admirable and wanting to do right by others. Otherwise, you might have a protagonist, but you wouldn't have much of a true hero, now would you? I can't help wanting to apologize for how short this video is. It really can't be helped because, life. I work and go to school and am working on a webcomic right now, and as you can see, that's actually what I'm drawing in the background, my webcomic. And the problem with all of that is I don't have any time management skills. So, I'm working on it, I swear, but it's definitely a work in progress. Okay. In the meantime, tell me all about your favorite trope or tropes in Battle Shounen. And if Battle Shounen is too specific for you or probably not your favorite genre, that's fine too. Just tell me about a trope that you like in the comments below. Talk about it and I will reply if I can, when I can. That being said, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and all of you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night.